Why the world ended in 1914. The deep history of World War One. In the summer of 1914, Europe was at its absolute peak. It was the beautiful era. Science was curing diseases, industry was making everyone rich, and the major kings of Europe were literally cousins. They went to the same weddings, they wrote to each other letters. On the surface it looked like a golden age that would never end, but underneath the ballroom floors and the glittering parades, a massive grinding machine was being built. A machine designed for one thing: total war. Today we aren't just looking at the date of the war started, we're looking at the main reasons. Why the beautiful era vanished in a cloud of mustard gas and cordite. Let us start with the M, militarism. In the early 1900s, being a general was more prestigious than being a prime minister. Countries weren't just defending themselves, they were obsessed with the culture of war. Take the Dreadnought race. In 1906, Britain launched a ship so powerful it made every other ship on Earth instantly obsolete. Did Germany back down? No, they doubled their budget to build their own. This wasn't just about security, it was about industrial ego. By 1914, military spending in Europe had increased by nearly 300%. The cult of the offensive took over. Every general believed that whoever struck first and fastest would win. They had the bullets, they just needed a reason to pull the trigger. A. Alliances. This is where history gets messy. Because of the arms race, everyone was terrified of being bullied by a neighbour, so they made friendship pacts. You had the Triple Entente, Britain, France and Russia, and the Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria-Hungary and Italy. But here's the kicker. Many of these treaties were secret. Imagine you're in a crowded room. You have a secret deal with Bob that if Mike hits you, Bob will jump in. But Mike has a secret deal with Steve. You think you're going into a one-on-one fight, but the moment you swing, 10 people are suddenly brawling. That was Europe in 1914. It turned a local dispute into a mandatory world war. I and N, imperialism and nationalism. The world was running out of land to conquer. Britain and France had the best colonies, and the rising Germany felt boxed in. Every time there was a tiny colonial dispute in Morocco or Africa, the newspapers in Europe would scream for war. But the true nitro in the engine was N for nationalism. In the West, nationalism was about pride. My country is better than yours. But in the East, in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, it was about identity. You had Serbs, Croats and Czechs living under an Austrian king they hated. They didn't want a beautiful era. They wanted their own flags. They were willing to kill for them. June the 28th, 1914, Sarajevo. This is where the main causes meet a series of absurd, tragic coincidences. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austrian throne, is visiting Sarajevo. A group of terrorists called the Black Hand tries to bomb his car. They fail. The bomb bounces off the back and blows up the car behind. The Archduke should have left, but he decides to go to hospital to visit the men injured by the bomb. His driver, who is unfamiliar with the city, takes the wrong turn. He stops the car to reverse, directly in front of a deli where one of the assassins, Gavrilo Princip, just happened to be standing, thinking the mission had failed. Princip didn't have to hunt the Archduke. The Archduke literally parked in front of him. 2 shots, that was the match. Within 30 days of those shots, the alliance system kicked in. The militarism ensured the armies were ready. The imperialism and nationalism ensured the people were angry. The beautiful era didn't just end, it was vaporized.